Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rania Fane, and I am here today to talk about a real issue in our society: hate. A little background on who I am. I am a recent high school graduate and Islamic advocate. I have been an ambassador for many years in the mosque and have given many speeches in support of interfaith relations. It came to my attention recently that a group, the United West, has released a video titled Enemies Within Our Community, and there are certain points I feel need to be addressed in response. To start out, this organization has released an affidavit following the study of hundreds of mosques, saying that many are extremely dangerous and terrorist affiliated, citing the Islamic Center of Savannah, my mosque, as a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Their number one reason? Our imam is Pakistani. Our imam is a U.S. citizen, an American, as much as you and me. And first off, that is extremely racist. And secondly, not all terrorists are Pakistanis, Muslims, or from the Middle East. There have been many terrorist attacks committed by different people of different backgrounds. However, it has not been highlighted as such because of the stigma the media and bigots have put out there. I would argue that the people who release these statements are terrorists. The definition of terrorist is a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. Wouldn't a group spying on different mosques in an attempt to intimidate and expose not be considered a terrorist group? Especially when they argue that it is in protection of their country, constitution, and children. Constitutionally, when you attack my religion, that is an infringement upon my First Amendment. But moving into what was said in the video, I would like to correct their facts. Before I do that, I would like to point out the blatant disrespect for different religious aspects. The first one being they laughed at having to take their shoes off. Our prayer area is an area of cleanliness, and we ask for people to take their shoes off to preserve that cleanliness. You don't have to agree with our choices. However, it is never yours or my place to try to make choices for anyone. My faith is my faith, and I've never forced it upon anyone. Second in the video, as made blatantly clear, is that Dave Galbitz claims to know more about Islam than Muslims. His claims are quickly disproven, however, when one of his colleagues says that our holy day is Saturday, and he nods. However, anybody who knows the first thing about Islam knows that our holy day is Friday. He also claims that it is very difficult to find a Quran in the mosque, which is extremely untrue. The Islamic Center, as do many other mosques I am sure, have hundreds of copies in Arabic and English for those who don't read it. On to my next point. The woman in this video speaks of another woman whom does not know Arabic but prays in Arabic, and then moves on to claim that her prayers are just repeating things she doesn't understand. I assure you that not all Jews speak Hebrew, and not all Christians speak Latin or Greek. However, that does not stop them from understanding the prayers that they have most likely studied for a majority of their lives, as well as have translated copies of. This day and age, all you'd have to do to understand a different language is to speak it into your phone. On to my next point. One of the people in the video claims that a little girl told him, and I quote, "They beat us when we don't do Sharia right at the mosque." He claims that he took video and audio evidence to the police, who didn't interject for a whole year. I have more faith in the system than to believe, as you say, that they didn't pull her out of her home because it was religiously okay. Religion has never been a factor in whether or not it's okay to beat your children. Release to us the video and audio evidence you speak of. Next, on to a point that I found personally surprising. One of the people in the video, I believe Dave Galbetz, spoke of first-hand evidence and how, as a federal agent, he was taught to only use it. Then he went on to say he does not use the Quran as evidence. How are you going to claim to know more about Islam than Muslims and not use our holy book as evidence? He claims it's because he's not an Islamic scholar. Well, I'm not an Islamic scholar, but I still read the Quran and understand it. If not from Arabic, then from the translated version. He then moves on to talk about a subject personal to me, the hijab. He claims that the hijab began as a way to incite fear into Americans after 9/11. But why would I want to incite fear into a community that we all work so hard to be a part of? We hold interfaith events and invite people into our mosque regularly to try and educate and foster peaceful relations in the community. I personally wear my hijab because that's how I choose to show my beauty. I believe that in order for people to truly know me and my character, they have to focus less on my looks and more on who I really am on the inside. This is my form of modesty. There's a movement known for body positivity, and I'm all over it. My hijab is and will never be an attack on women who like to wear bikinis or shorts. Wear whatever makes you happy. My hijab makes me happy. That's my body positivity. This makes me a feminist because I can choose what people see, and that's just me. You do you. But the point here is that the hijab was not begun out of fear. My mom, as well as millions of other women, have been wearing the hijab for generations before 9/11. Moving into my last point. He made a point not to go into mosques without training, and talks about being undercover for 2 weeks. We knew you were there, and we welcomed you with open arms because we thought you had good intentions. We will always welcome people who want to learn, but what I won't tolerate is someone coming in and receiving our goodwill to turn around and throw out hate. Let me tell you something. This is America. To you, America may be this closed-off place where new ideas aren't something that you're open to learn. But to me, America is the melting pot, the land of immigrants. No one is from America. We all came or had family come here at some point. To me, America is the land of love. I see it in my generation, a new generation of thinkers who believe that everybody should be loved regardless of race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. We don't welcome your hate. And instead, we choose to spread messages of positivity, ones that condemn this negativity, that show support not just to my Muslim brothers and sisters, but my LGBTQ brothers and sisters who just want to love. My African American brothers and sisters who just want to live. My Hispanic brothers and sisters who just want a new chance at life, and anybody else who is still fighting for their equality, including women, immigrants, and refugees. We, the next generation, believe in second chances, and we welcome everyone who needs one. Lastly, to everyone fighting an internal or external battle, do not be fearful of the words people say. Do not close off your hearts, but open them to those who support you. Let your love shine brighter than any hate. Stay strong and be kind. Thank you.